Welcome back to the Alternative Highest podcast, the number one podcast in Southwestern Ontario. That is just a fact. Quick PSA for you peeps that refuse to hit the subscribe button. It bothers me to no end that you will not hit that subscribe button and help me enter the YouTube algorithm. So from here on out, when I find out, I'm coming to your house and I'm going to jersey you. And that's just how it's going to happen from here on out.
That's how I got here.
But with that, on with the show. Today's podcast is super cool. My good friend Beck reached out to me and said that she was talking to a young man and like right up my alley to talk about addictions and mental health. Josh Carpenter, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Now, thank you for making the drive in. Appreciate it. Usually how I start these, I like to just find out how you were, who you were before you are presented now. So how did you get to where you're at now?
That might be like a series though.
We could do a little docu-series right now.
Yeah.
Because your thing is addictions.
Yeah.
How long you've been fighting that?
Yeah, I guess my thing is addictions, isn't it? It's not who I am, but it's a big part of my story. I was born.
Okay.
And yeah, that's where it started.
Cool, born.
Yeah.
Welcome to the world.
Thanks, man. I was a full-blown alcoholic actually when I was 19. So I started, like I went all the way pretty quickly. I was always a sprinter, right?
Yeah.
And I think I realized I had a problem pretty quickly around that time. I couldn't hold down a job, just the usual stuff. Life was falling apart. Relationships weren't
Bouncing job.
Yeah. One to the next.
I was like that.
Yeah. Club to club.
I feel like we got some stuff in common here.
I think we might, yeah.
Best friends.
So anyway, long story short, my 20s was an absolute nightmare.
Shit show.
Yeah, absolute shit show. A lot of crazy things happened, and I just couldn't get my shit together for a long time until actually I came to Chatham like probably 4 or 5 years ago, where I finally decided to grow up and get my stuff together. And
so Chatham was what brought the growing up.
It was, I had to get out of London. To be honest with you, I needed to get out of London. The geographical cure that as they talk about is not for everyone, but for me, I had to get away for a bit. So I came here and found what worked for me. And here I am today, decided to go back to school and become a counselor. Oh, well, when I was 21, I went to my first AA meeting. It was primarily alcoholic, but eventually I mixed cocaine into that cocktail, if you will.
It's a great cocktail.
It is.
I mean, it's not a great cocktail, but
do it.
It was my cocktail of choice.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
It's too good. But especially people with ADHD, did you know
Yeah,
that?
man.
Yeah,
just rocked my world.
Yeah, I honed in. I felt like myself for the first time.
I was a scientist most nights.
Yeah, I was a psychologist.
Open those windows up, look at a crack.
I was Dr. Phil.
Watch that world open up.
Yeah.
So it's funny that you say AA. I've been kind of cuck-a-button on AA lately.
Yeah, that's fair.
But what brought you to go to AA?
I think that's
because everybody's got a different route that they take, and nobody's route's better than the other. Sure. And I try to explain that to people. I just don't understand why things take so long going the one route. So maybe you can help me to understand that.
Yeah, sure. I grew up in a family where addictions was prevalent, although they all kind of white-knuckled it and did it themselves. Mm-hmm. But I decided to seek support. And obviously, the first thing people think about is the 12 steps, right? Or AA, CANA. So I gave that a shot. I actually met someone through my church at that time who was a member who later became my sponsor. And he used to bring me to AA meetings, which kind of planted that seed. And honestly, like I don't utilize the 12 steps per se for my own recovery anymore. Mm-hmm. Although I don't think I would have been here if I wasn't part of that at one point in my life. So I have high respects for the 12 steps, and just the work that it does. It helps millions of people. But for me, I found my alternate path. So
which was
Christianity for me. Is a faith-based switch for me. I was raised in the church, but I had a really bad experience and kind of pushed me away for a long time. And I found myself back.
Carpenter. I mean,
Yeah, JC is my initials too. So
Yeah,
Jesus,
you gotta assume that you.
that was actually my that was my nickname in high school.
Yeah.
Was Jesus. So
Yeah, I mean, you had to assume it land there
uh,
somehow.
I was definitely
Only
turning
makes
a lot of
sense.
water into wine for sure.
But good for you, dude.
Yeah, man.
So you go back to school. What did you go back to school for?
I decided that I wanted to be a helper in this world after being a taker for so long, and I wanted to do my part. And I went back to school for addictions at Fanshawe and got my certificate for addictions, became an addiction counselor very shortly during that span of graduating. Very fortunate, very blessed. And now I work as an addiction counselor in the industry. So,
Where do you, so, because I don't understand AA.
yeah. Okay. Well, let me help you.
Do you work in AA now?
So the place that I work for is so there's different recovery models, right? Like,
Okay.
and that's what that's what school opened me up to understand, is that it's not just one shoe fits all.
Okay. This is true.
12 steps is a spiritual based program. So if you have atheists do find their way, but it's geared towards people that are open minded towards, a higher power. What was your original question? They got ADHD just trailed off there.
It was, do you work for AA?
So yeah, sorry. The place that I work for,
Is
yeah,
AA a job? Is it?
it's no,
Is it a cult?
no, it's not.
Okay, good.
No.
That was my main.
I know that there's this misconception and people have bad experiences there, just like anywhere in life. Some people are traumatized by the church. Some people are traumatized by the 12 steps. People are traumatized by other things in life, right? But the essence of the 12 steps is just a service-based, spiritual-based program. It's like, I got help, so I'm going to help someone else. It's not a pyramid scheme because there's
it's the whole reason why I'm doing this.
Yeah, you're doing this.
Give,
it's the same thing,
but I
just your own way.
Like I have, so one of my favorite humans in the world. I met him in the steam room, old man. We're sitting there chit chatting, and he is 22 years sober, and he goes to like 6 meetings a week. I'm like, how?
Right?
Why? Why is so much of your time invested in this after you've been sober for so long, when you could be living and seeing this world? And why? That's kind of where I keep going back to. Why is it?
Because
so
to you, it
leaderish?
feels like a prison sentence, right? Like, why am I going from one? Yeah, I guess, well, just like people enjoy golf, people go golfing 6 times a week. A lot of it's the social aspect, sure, right? Like they've met their community, they've met their tribe. Those are the people that understand them, get them, and that's where they enjoy going. I don't think it always comes down to like, I need to go to a meeting because I'm jonesing, right?
Yeah.
It's about sustaining a community, which is huge in addictions, right? Like you sustain a community of probably like a handful of good people in your life that you rely on, and it's the same for people in AA. It's just that's where they found them, right?
How do they hold people accountable? Like when there's situations that are far below.
Sure.
Like, because you're always hearing about somebody in AA getting taken advantage of.
Yeah. Okay.
It's keeping them there and then taking advantage of them there. How does it get talked about? Is it a talk about thing? Because I've heard so many times where I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Like, that sounds like dog shit.
Yeah, no, it's a great question. When you're dealing with people with mental health and addictions, there's still going to be a lot of sick people, right? And that goes for anywhere in life. Like there's going to be sick people in any aspect of life, whether it's at work, whether it's in our community, whether it's congregations that we participate in, but especially with addictions, that percentage can go up. And I think some people have some old behaviors that they are not quite addressing. But like I said, you'll find that anywhere in life, not too.
And I mean, those are the people that you're coming to be under their safe blanket too.
Yeah, well, it should be. That's exactly. If it was a perfect world, it absolutely should be. I think you need to use your discernment. I think you mentioned a situation where a man was sponsoring a woman.
Yeah.
That's not a typical. Yeah. That's not a typical way to do things. In fact, it's frowned upon very highly by senior members or any other members for that matter.
So what are the rules?
They have traditions.
There's
there's
what are the traditions?
You're going to ask me to rhyme them off for you?
Do you know them?
No, not all of them. They read them at every meeting too, but no, those ones haven't been.
And again, I'm not here to shit on it.
It's okay. I'm glad that you're asking.
I just love when people can kick it. You know, like it's one of the toughest things you'll ever do is quitting what you love the most. And not gonna lie, I loved a good cocaine night and a good vodka bottle.
Some nose beers, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The booger sugar. But it's one of those things, like the way you feel today is wildly different from those nights of shame and going through it.
Right.
So like, I mean, I choose this life 100 times over it. What do you like when you're, because it's a forever full-time job once you sober up. How are you fighting, combating it?
My personal life?
Just personally, just you, Mr. Carpenter, JC himself.
Oh man, my custom tailored recovery plan. That's gonna charge. I have to charge you for that, bro.
Hey man, listen.
That's a VIP package.
Invoice me and I'll send you an invoice.
No, it's actually really simple, man. It's really simple. We need to take care of certain pillars in our life. There's 5 pillars that you need to take care of. It's your biological, which means like your sleep, your diet, your movements. That's foundational because when we're messing with our brain chemistry with substances that are foreign to our body, it's really putting a lot of stress and throwing off the equilibrium of how our brain works, right? So we need to get back to that homeostasis of where we were at before. And normalize everything. The other part is emotional, taking care of your emotions. One thing that addicts really hate is dealing with emotions, right? A big part of
what you talking about?
Yeah, what emotions? We don't like to sit. We're running from our boredom. We're running from our fear. We're running from. We want to heighten, these exciting experiences. It's always to do and rooted in emotion. So acknowledging where you're at, acknowledging where I'm at, if I'm feeling emotions, maybe journaling or talking to someone is a big part of that too. Like not sitting in my own head, isolating. We need people, which goes into the relational aspect of it, is that we need our support systems. I don't believe we can do this alone. I really, truly believe that humans are social creatures, right? We need each other. We need connection. And a big part of or at least the path that we've gone on, is we started to disconnect from the world. We started to disconnect from ourselves. And we need to get back to that point in order to live a fulfilling life. Like you can white knuckle it in sobriety, but who the fuck wants to do that? I'd rather be using, right?
Yeah. I've been white knuckling for about 8 years.
Yeah, sure.
It's yeah. But
you haven't been, though, because
I did figure it out a few years ago.
You're actively participating in the essence of what humanism is, and that's giving back and connecting with other humans, especially ones like-minded like us, right? Like shared struggles. You found your niche, and you're nurturing that, right?
I guess it was just the first few years that were really a white knuckle path.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's somewhat common. I think like people think early sobriety like 1 month, 2 months. No, it's like the early sobriety is like 2-3 years.
So
think about how long you were in your active addiction.
Say, so like I was 14 to 35.
14, yeah.
And I started like chemical jobs right
That's
away,
fucking
like
20
ecstasy
years, dude.
and smoking, drink. So like I missed the whole part of where people grow up and like learn how to do normal shit.
Yeah.
And then at 35, I was like, shit, you see how clean my house is? Yeah, Dustin, that's part of life.
Yeah.
But the first year of sobriety,
hell.
It's like
it was hell.
Okay, so you get past the ouchie of like going through the withdrawals.
The withdrawals, yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I gotta teach people how to do this. Everybody should be like this. And I call it the wiener stage.
Sure.
You're just such
a cloud kind of thing.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
You're such a weirdo and like, not everybody's gonna be a weirdo, but my God, was I ever a weirdo for like the first year of figuring out sobriety, figuring out that I was like a 13-year-old stuck in 35-year-old man's body, and then realizing that I was also had a spinal cord injury.
Yeah.
And that I was, walking around shit myself. So it was like a whole thing.
Yeah, deal with it now.
But
yeah,
it's one of the craziest things you'll ever go through of sobriety. Because that part, the navigation part of how to get through it afterwards, because anybody can make it.
That's the toughest part.
Yeah. It's, managing and not micromanaging.
Yeah. Learning how to live again.
Yeah.
And dealing with the things that you're dealing with, especially if as a consequence of using, maybe
Mm.
it's pretty daunting,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All the wreckage that we cause on our bodies, on our souls, on our material world, finances, relationships.
Yeah.
It's not easy to get sober and stay
And
sober.
yeah, I completely agree.
It is a full-time job at first, for sure.
Yeah.
For
Maintenance.
sure.
So how do you maintenance? What do you do for maintenance?
Maintenance, I have a pretty strong spiritual life. I have, my job keeps me really honed in on recovery. I'm very fortunate that I'm blessed with a occupation that I am. And then in my personal time, I'm constantly looking for ways I can serve other people in the community and build my life, involving people that I trust. Like, you don't have to have a lot, but like one or two, three people in your
Mm-hmm.
life that you trust to say like, hey, like I'm struggling with this. What do you think about this?
Yeah, smack me upside the head, please.
Yeah, with both hands.
Yeah. Or 5 head punch.
Yeah,
Well, that's a
okay.
person with a big forehead.
Yeah, I need 6, bro.
I like that line out, man. I was gonna tell you when I rolled up, that's a great line.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So you take your 24 hours in your day,
Yeah.
and for me, I'm like, there's 3 increments of 8. So I take my 8 to do my work, take that other 8, and I split that, and family, and then me, and then sleep.
What's my schedule?
What's the schedule?
What's the schedule?
And it's like, for me, it's like I have to be cycling. I have to be in the
Active.
gym. I
Yeah.
have to be swim. Like all
That's
those
huge for me
things
too. Yeah.
bring me so much. Either I'm so tired from doing it all that I can't even imagine,
Right.
falling into that. But that was literally how I maintained my recovery, was using that free 8 hours a day. And
Yeah.
micromanaged so hard,
Okay.
like to the point where the routine was so important that I walked outside. I mean, not to the point where I fall off, but maintaining that was crucial to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was your safeguard. But did you have like a healthy fear of relapse? And you're just like, if I don't do this, I
I'm
might
so
start
arrogant that I know that I couldn't and wouldn't.
Okay.
When I say I'm going to do
Sure of
something,
yourself. You're sure of yourself.
I can say that that's the way it is. If I
Yeah.
say something, that's just the way it is.
Sometimes our rock bottoms are so firm that like there's just no way I'm ever going
Dude,
back there,
I've got
right?
2 death tags.
Yeah.
One on this foot, one on the other foot.
Yeah, that's pretty
I've
heavy.
hit rock bottom to the point of I don't know if I can go any further. And I did find out. And once those were hit, when I woke up and I seen those pictures of my kids and my nieces, there was no shot that
Right.
I was ever going to relapse once I made
It
my
was so
decision.
impactful that it launched you into a completely
Yeah.
different life, which is cool.
I can sit there. I've never been around the booger sugar people around it. I mean,
I wouldn't want
you
to
escape
either.
that lifestyle anyways. But
100%.
people can have drinks around me and it doesn't even. I got my sparkling water or I got my coffee.
Yeah.
Usually pretty good.
Yeah.
I need that sparkling water. I really miss a carbonated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that beer was.
I'm a Diet Pepsi guy now
God.
with lime.
Dude, I
like
thought
the
you were
old
so
man.
cool in the beginning, and then you say Diet Pepsi. Just joking.
That's like my treat when I go out to
Yeah.
dancing or Latin dancing or something
You said
like that.
dancing twice now. What are we dancing to?
My girlfriend's Mexican, so we do.
So
do
because she's
Latin
Mexican, you guys dance?
Yeah, she
Dang.
did. She had to teach me. Yeah.
What do you guys?
I had to learn how to be in that environment sober as a result of that, though, which
Where-
is pretty cool.
Where do you guys go dancing?
Windsor, usually. This is in Windsor.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. It's cool to experience that life. Not that life, but like kind of the middle ground between that life and like this life, and be okay with it and just have like a Diet Pepsi with lime, dude. And that's like my treat.
I like
You
it.
know what I
was
mean?
just joking with you. I'm a Coke Zero kind of guy, so
Yeah, okay.
I won't show any shame to the Pepsi people.
All right.
So for anybody that's thinking about sobriety right now,
Right. Just do it.
just do it.
Just fuck it. Yeah, it's a decision.
Yeah.
It has to come down to a decision. And
What do
like,
they got to do first, though?
well, it depends on what substances, but usually there's a withdrawal period like you were talking about. And depending on what you're on, the physical withdrawals could be pretty severe. So involve a doctor or withdrawal management facility,
Yeah.
preferably medical one. The one in Chatham is fantastic. And the one in St. Thomas, if that's full, find one that's open. There's a great one in Sarnia and Windsor. I wouldn't go to the one in London, but that's just if you're looking for a medical detox.
No,
The one in London is not medical. So
and I can like vouch for you when you say all this because I did it the dangerous way. And like
you did it
because
yourself.
of my spinal cord injury,
Oh shit!
I was on high dosages of Lyrica, Gavapent, and then lorazepams, and then
You had a cocktail.
I had 30 different pills that I was on.
You were a wizard.
Then all the pills that I was buying on the streets. I was past the wizard stage.
Yeah, you were an archmage, bro.
I was, god damn it, scientist.
Yeah.
But it is important.
Yeah.
Like of everything, that was my biggest mistake, was not involving the right people.
Sure, because we want to do it ourselves, or we don't want to be a burden or whatever. But it's all ego, right?
Be a burden.
Be a burden. That's what it's there for, and it's gonna help you. Like I always raw dogged my alcohol withdrawal too, and I went through the worst shakes for 3 days when I could have went to a medical detox, and they would have helped me taper or helped with the shakes, helped with the anxiety. I just made it hard on myself for I just like to make everything hard.
So with what you're doing now, where do people find you?
Me personally?
Yeah.
So I do I do coaching on the side for recovery, people that are seeking support and some guidance. And I also do some sober companioning, which is more interactive and on a more constant level. So for someone that's in early recovery that wants to help, that just needs that support more consistently, you can reach me on Instagram. My handle is at coachcarpenter.ca.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you can reach
put that
out.
on
Even
the
if you have,
screen.
even if you have questions or you want support for your family, I do help some family members too. And I found a lot of purpose. I think we need to find purpose in our sobriety too. That's
purpose is the most important thing as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, 100%. Especially, well, I don't say especially as a man. I don't want to say that, but I think purpose is really akin to us. Like we need something to create.
Yeah.
And I think my purpose in life is what I found through my recovery was just helping people. That's where my why, Simon Sinek, find your why. Like that's where I found my why is I just want to help people that were struggling how I struggled. It's just obviously so close, connected to me because I felt all those feelings. Like I've been there, and I want to see people. That when you're talking to someone that's defeated, and then they get that spark in their eye, that light starts coming back, and they start feeling hopeful, and like it's possible. Because when you're in the pits, like it's all dark. Like you don't see any possibility. Like how am I ever going to get out of this? Yeah. And it's just one rung at a time. Just start climbing out.
Yeah.
And have someone help you climb out, and that's what I try to do.
I got a guy right now. He hit me up on one of my posts, and I think yesterday we just hit day 30. We're in that 35 to 40 day range of sobriety. Man, those
tough.
But so cool to watch.
Yeah,
when somebody's
100%.
Yeah. So what's future?
That's when they start getting their life back. Like
dude,
they start,
the
chemicals start coming back, and like, oh my god, I can get dopamine other ways too.
And he's figuring things out. I helped him find a job. I said, day 120, I'll get you out west, and I'll help you get it there. Yeah. But like, it's got so many things that are going on that are just cool. Yeah. Anyhow, JC. What's future JC got going on?
Future JC. I don't know. It's one day. Sometimes just one interaction at a time, I try not to get too far ahead.
I was going to say, most addicts don't.
I feel like I'm in a spot in my life where if it's supposed to be in my life, it's going to be presented to me. So if I already know I'm going to be successful in my recovery, in my personal life and business or whatever, I'm just allowing those moments to come to me and
what will be.
Yeah, 100%. And if that's someone that I can help in that moment, that's someone I can help in that moment. Okay. But the less I worry and try to control things, the happier I am, honestly.
I feel like what will be a Daniel question here very shortly, because I've seen that hand fly up. Daniel, you got anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, we just have a couple of questions actually from a couple of our listeners in anticipation for Josh Carpenter coming. What about living in Chatham helped you aside from the geographic location, and what was it like?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a huge story behind that, actually. The founder of Journey's Recovery Home,
Mr. Kelly.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
He is a friend of mine.
He's a G.
Him and I went to Brentwood together in 2015. And he reached out to me, knew I wasn't doing well, and said, hey, I'm starting this place. I want you to come help me get it off the ground, kind of thing. And I was homeless, living in my car. And I, what else? You know, I'm
That
like,
sounds
now
like a good idea.
now is the
Man.
time, right? Now is the time I have to, and that's where I was talking about is you come to a decision. So I left everything, not that I had anything in London at that point. I left my regrets in London, and
Brought the back seat with me.
I came to Chatham with all my belongings, and which was like maybe 3 bags, and lived in that house and helped him put it together for the first, little while.
He's such a good dude.
Yeah,
he was on
he's
the
helped
pod.
a lot of people.
I had him on
including
here
me.
in back in January this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Cool.
I really do respect what he's got going on.
Yeah.
Actually, Dan Komisky, who was on here too, is trying to get involved with him. Anyhow, sidetracking. Any other questions, Daniel?
Yeah. Did that answer that question? Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Chatham's the place to do it. Yeah. Except for Park Lane, that was not a good place to do it. I didn't have a good time on Park Lane.
Yeah, and feel free when.
Okay, sure. Okay. So
yeah, second question here for our listeners. We have how prevalent was the anxiety and or fear in the first few weeks or days of initially stopping?
That's definitely
alcohol?
a Becca question.
Oh, I'm feeling it right now. I'm reliving it.
Pipes over there.
It was fucking a 10 out of 10. The first 3 days, especially when you're going through physical withdrawals and your nervous system is just absolutely shot.
Vibrating.
I could not sleep for 3 days because I was literally like this and my anxiety was pounding my chest. But you know what? Like I couldn't move because I was in such fear of leaving the place that I was leaving or looking out the window or anything. But it gets better. It gets better.
100%. And like, this is going to be like a very, I don't really give a shit. I used marijuana to get me through those moments.
Yeah, sure.
And like, that was my Band-Aid so all the pills did mean things. Like they were for nerve pain, they were for anxiety, they were for sleep, they were for pain. So like, and then when you go through those withdrawals of shaking, like your tummy's really going through
can't eat.
I think that the marijuana is really gets a shit name for certain things. And I mean, I think that was, I know that it was key to my recovery. It was like number 1 on my list of what I would need to do.
In a form that's harm reduction, right? Like and this is why I really recommend, especially with alcohol or benzos or opiates, to find a medical detox, because
100%.
I didn't have to go through that level of anxiety or pain for those 3 days. It could have been tapered.
Yeah.
That's best recommend if you're wanting.
It's hard, especially if you got like some real self-assurance issues, like where, oh, no motherfucker is gonna get me to stop. I'm my own boss, which is my thing with AA, obviously.
Right.
I didn't like having a principal in school. Do you think I'm gonna like having somebody tell me what to do as an adult?
Right.
However, go get yourself done properly.
Yeah. Find what works for you.
It's just dangerous. Above anything else, who gives a shit about the pain? The danger part of it is...
Well, it's dangerous living like that too, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the real danger.
Yeah, looking out your window constantly is not fun.
Yeah, locking yourself in a motel for
a
week at a time,
Yeah. If I got anything from this conversation, it was don't lock yourself in a hotel room.
Yeah.
Don't look out window blinds.
No.
And don't live in your car.
Yeah.
My guy.
Those are really solid ways to not live.
Josh, what a pleasure to sit and talk with you.
No, thank you.
I think we'll have to do a part 2 because I am 100% certain I missed 150 different questions, but this was a good opener.
Yeah.
And like, for as nervous as you were fucking amazing.
Thank you.
You did great. I'm so happy that you came down. By chance, is your girlfriend a nurse student?
Yes.
We'll shut it off with that. Mr. Carpenter, appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate
Daniel, anything else?
Oh.